was obtained by TMZ, Haddish allegedly instructed the girl to imitate giving fellatio for a sketch comedy video. It is also being alleged that the boy was included in a sketch that was titled Through a Pedophile's Eyes a year later. Additionally, both comedians are being accused of molesting the children. The mother of the two children, who are going by Jane and John Doe in the lawsuit, was allegedly friends with Haddish in the past. Funny or Die responded to the suit, telling TMZ that they were not involved with the conceptualization, development, funding, or production of this video. Funny or Die also said the video was removed back in 2018 after it came to their attention. Haddish's attorney Andrew Brettler slammed the allegations and said that the lawsuit is nothing more than an attempt to extort money. Plaintiff's mother, Trizza Morris, has been trying to assert these bogus claims against Ms. Haddish for several years, Brettler said in a statement that was sent to Complex. Every attorney who has initially taken on her case, and there were several, ultimately dropped the matter once it became clear that the claims were meritless and Ms. Haddish would not be shaken down.
Hello everyone, welcome to this edition of Viral. I'm your host as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you can join us here on Viral as we talk about comedian Tiffany Haddish and fellow comedian Ari Spears reportedly accused of sexual abuse in a lawsuit. We'll get to it in a few minutes, but first thing first, on this program on Viral, just like I said, use the hashtag Viral here on Connect, and don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing is caring. Tell a friend. Call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on Viral. Like I said, use the conversation. We're diving in deep because this is some serious, drastic, this is a serious issue and a drastic issue at this matter in particular. Comedians Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears are facing reported allegations of inappropriate conduct with minors, according to the Daily Beast, with Haddish lawyer denied all charges. I mean, if this true, then people in Hollywood does do some dark, dirty stuff, and this is really serious charges. And there's a lawsuit on top of that with comedian Ari Spears and Tiffany Haddish. Ari Spears just coming out from what he said, and he was being disgraced about saying inappropriate comments about Lizzo and about her weight and the way he looks, and then social media attacked him on his looks and his appearance about what he said about Lizzo. Now Tiffany Haddish is coming into the fray with this allegations and stuff. This is really serious. Let's hear and let's find out what's going on and how all this with Ari Spears, Tiffany Haddish, and this facing allegations of minor abuse. Let's hear all this and how all this came around with this. Take a look.
Comedians Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears are facing a lawsuit in which they are being accused of grooming and molesting a 14-year-old girl and her 7-year-old brother while filming a Funny or Die sketch back in 2013. According to a lawsuit that was obtained by TMZ, Haddish allegedly instructed the girl to imitate giving fellatio for a sketch comedy video. It is also being alleged that the boy was included in a sketch that was titled Through a Pedophile's Eyes a year later. Additionally, both comedians are being accused of molesting the children. The mother of the two children, who are going by Jane and John Doe in the lawsuit, was allegedly friends with Haddish in the past. Funny or Die responded to the suit, telling TMZ that they were not involved with the conceptualization, development, funding, or production of this video. Funny or Die also said the video was removed back in 2018 after it came to their attention. Haddish's attorney Andrew Brettler slammed the allegations and said that the lawsuit is nothing more than an attempt to extort money. Plaintiff's mother, Trizza Morris, has been trying to assert these bogus claims against Ms. Haddish for several years, Brettler said in a statement that was sent to Complex. Every attorney who has initially taken on her case, and there were several, ultimately dropped the matter once it became clear that the claims were meritless and Ms. Haddish would not be shaken down.
As you saw right there, Tiffany Haddish, Ari Spears, that was the alleged report that's going on allegedly. I hope this is not true because this would tarnish Tiffany Haddish's career as she's already trying to start off. She had a well-off start, but this could seem like a bad light on her, Ari Spears, it might seem bad on him, but it really ain't gonna affect him because he's not as big as he used to be when he was on Mad TV and stuff. But this Lizzo stuff, him resurfacing, did try to bring his name back up, and then he went back down. Lizzo said what she said about Ari Spears. But this is some facing some serious charges right here. This is real serious business and drastic. Let's hear what you people had to say out there about Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears being involved in inappropriate conduct involving minors. Let's hear what you people had to say right now and what people say.
Let's have a conversation. Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears. You two individuals, you are two sick and disgusting and twisted individual. I want to ask you both, which part of that skit that you took part in was funny? Which part of it was funny? Because I'm waiting to find out. I saw about 3 minutes of it, and from other little videos here and there, little bits and bits, right? And it is absolutely disgusting. It is stomach churning. It is so heart-wrenching when you think about it, right? And the fact that there's a small child in there, it is quite traumatizing. I would say, even though it's a reenactment. And it might not be real, and it's not, it's not happening to that child presently. But to put an actual child in that skit, right? That is some mental damage you're doing to that child right there, in my opinion. You understand what I'm saying? At what point did you think that this skit would be funny? Which part of it? I want somebody to tell me which part of that video is funny. Which part is comedy? Because all I could see in there is that you are encouraging monsters. You understand? You're encouraging monsters to prey upon children. Because to me, it's like you're taking the seriousness out of pedophilia, right? And making it look as if there's nothing wrong with it. Because the fact that you also played R. Kelly's song in there, a couple of his songs in there, I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump on grind while spraying and rubbing baby oil on a child. That is disgusting. That is so disgusting. It is so heartbreaking to see. That's why these things, they are not reenact. You understand? There's no reenactment for it. There's no depiction for these things because it should not happen. It is not normal, and people who do it, they have mental problem because it is not normal. And it's like you want to normalize it. You understand? You turn it into a skit, and you, Tiffany, as a female who should have some sort of maternal instinct about you, to know that you're coming and you're doing a skit with this child, and you watch it back, you play this thing back, and at no point at all, something in your heart not trigger, something not tell you, say, you know what, this doesn't look good, and you watch it and you send it out to the world, and then you want to say it is comedy. Me I tell you, say, we get to understand, say, they've charged you guys with sexual abuse and harassment, and let me tell you something, man. I want them to find you guys guilty and lock on up and dash with the key. Because you see, if you can take part in something like that, that means you believe it. Why didn't you use your platform to highlight child molestation? Why didn't you do that? Why you never do that? You don't think that would have been a better look? The public, we would have commended you for that because it's an issue and it is happening. So, use a platform to encourage people to talk about it so we can, stamp it out, encourage parents to open, their eyes and don't always leave your children with family members because sometimes they're the same ones who are preying upon their poor innocent children. But you made a whole skit don't even want to say certain things. You understand? Because just make me hold my tongue. When me tell you so there's something so disgusting, you see, man, Jesus Christ, me I tell you so tears come to my eye. For people who, you know, they've experienced child molestation, you can't just imagine. You can imagine how them feel just watching that. You know? All the past traumas, like people who, you know, they've healed. And to see something like that, how triggering it is. And that's why you never really see. You don't really see no movies. You understand? Even when they talk about documentaries about these things, you know, see them do no reenactment. Jesus Christ in heaven. Good God. I think they have better sense than this. This can cause harm to children. Because you're making it out as if it is okay. You're diluting it. You're watering it down as if it is okay. There's nothing wrong. And maybe the reason why I don't do it because maybe a partake in them something here. That's why I don't want to lead this society astray to thinking that it is okay and it is not okay because only somebody who thinks that these things are okay would do this. I mean, not care who want disagree with me in this. I don't give a listen. I do not care. Me telling us my opinion is my opinion, and when me state my opinion for a reason. You understand? Whatever I think that is wrong, right? Or me think say me do me little research and me read and me can have a mind for my own and me can think outside the box, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to voice my opinion, you know, based on what I feel. You understand? And based on whatever research I've done. You understand? But right now, I am really pissed off with this skit. And I cannot believe that whosoever, you produce this and actually nobody who was a part of this cast, no one, the film production or whosoever, even though it's not a big production or whatever, but for no say, nobody, not one person stop and say, no, this is not right, this not look good, this is making me uncomfortable. Oh, look, you proceeded. Oh, no, disgusting, man. Oh, no, sick and twisted. I don't want to impose. Listen. You know what, Michelle, listen. Anyways, mama, as Queen would said, calm down. Let me calm down. Let me just go on. Let me go drink some water because, God no, my heart race too fast.
Check this video out and the reactions will be at the end.
All right, babies, let's get into it. Listen, Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears call lawsuit claims of abuse a shakedown. Now, of course, before I get into this story, I just want to let you know there are some words that I will not be saying due to where this video will be posted. Let's get into it. Now, Tiffany and Aries are both being accused of abuse. All right, now a 22-year-old woman and her 14-year-old brother alleged in a lawsuit filed on Tuesday that the comedians, that they groomed and they abused them during their childhoods. All right, now we're going to go ahead and call them Jane and John. Okay, so Jane and John Doe are suing the pair for reportedly getting them to act in explicit skits when Jane was 14 and when John was 7. And so they're saying that these skits traumatized them for life. Now, the lawsuit also claims that John is saying that he was groomed and by both defendants. Now, in this lawsuit, Spears and Haddish are both accused of intentional infliction of emotional distress, gross negligence, battery, harassment, and abuse of a minor. Now, Haddish is also accused of negligent supervision, failure to warn, breach of fiduciary duty, and constructive fraud. The lawsuit seeks general and special damages as well. Now, Haddish's lawyer says, stop playing with me, all right? This is bogus. He said that the plaintiff's mother has been trying to assert these bogus claims against Haddish for several years. Every attorney who has initially taken on her case, and he said there were several, ultimately dropped the matter once it became clear that the claims were meritless and Haddish would not be shaken down. He added that her mother has her adult daughter representing herself in this lawsuit. The two of them will together face consequences of pursuing this frivolous action. Now, Spears' attorney is saying the same thing. He's saying, yo, we ain't falling for this shakedown. So, baby, how did we get here? Okay, now the children's mom initially was on a comedy circuit when she befriended Haddish. Now, she's even saying that they were such tight friends that the kids used to call Tiffany Auntie Tiff. Now, look, apparently in 2013 at this comedy camp, Haddish asked Jane's mother if she could perform in this skit, all right? But apparently only Spears and Haddish knew the plot. Now, Jane reportedly shot a video that included a Subway sandwich in which co-eds were instructed to start moaning and making noises as they both ate the sandwich in a manner that simulated the act of, you know. Now, in 2014, Haddish again went to the mother and asked the mother if John could star in a reel to get him on Nickelodeon. However, per the lawsuit, John ended up filming a video posted on Funny or Die, and it was titled, this title right here. All right, now in this skit, Haddish played the boy's guardian, and her character left him with Spears, who was playing an abuser. Now, the video was entitled, as you can see here, and shows Spears lusting over the 7-year-old child and then abusing him throughout the video. Now, Haddish was present during the filming of the entire video and aided, abetted, and watched Spears' character do what he did, according to the lawsuit. Now, you know Funny or Die released a statement, all right? Now, Funny or Die is a comedy platform, so they're saying that they were not involved in making the video. They stated that they found the video absolutely disgusting and would never produce such content. We were not involved with the conceptualization, development, funding, or production of this video. They said it was uploaded to the site as user-generated content and was removed in 2018 immediately after becoming aware of its existence. All right, now, players, give us your thoughts in the comments. Is this a shakedown? Apparently, several lawyers have looked at this, dropped it. They felt like it didn't have any merit. Again, give us your thoughts in the comments. This is Sakithia reporting for the Black Area News, where I'm black. The news may be petty as hell, but bet you my golly wow, baby, it's accurate.
A lot of you people saying this, if this is true, then this ain't gonna look good on Tiffany Haddish. It ain't gonna look good on Aries Spears already because he's already getting the brunt of it. But Tiffany Haddish, comedian, established actress, it wouldn't look good on her. And how did she come out, well, being what she is? And her lawyers had denied it, saying that she didn't get involved in that. But say we just don't know, and we're just reporting the news as we see it. Hopefully, this is some headlines that Tiffany Haddish does not have to follow suit, but you never know. Well, we'll have to wait and see on that. Thank you for watching this edition of Vows. We talk about Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears being involved in inappropriate conduct with minors. I've been your host, Kendra Dix, saying so long, and we'll see you again for another edition of Vows.